So this week, what's your thoughts about Jacksonville, Cincinnati? Both of them coming off wins. Jacksonville, although they had a delay there, pretty dominating win over Carolina. Cincinnati squeaks by, but they always squeak. They rarely blow out Cleveland because Cleveland just seems to match up well against them.
Right.
What's your thoughts about that matchup? It's up in Cincinnati, and I'll give you my prediction
Well,
afterwards.
I thought that there would be more points. I thought Burrow would get going. I thought, this is new season. He's gonna want to win, but that ended up becoming a defensive game. Um, Burrow got hit around a couple of times, and he got back in the game and got refocused. Cleveland, it's Cleveland, man. They're not methodical. They don't, it just takes
They're
them time to
Cleveland,
get.
man.
It takes time for them to get going. So, I didn't watch that game until maybe Saturday. I didn't watch that till like Monday night, Tuesday night, like before the
Oh,
Monday
you
night
had it
game.
replayed or streamed or whatever.
Yeah, I
Cool,
replayed a
Alan.
streamer because they told me it wasn't that good of a game because I missed it by watching some other games, and I thought I was like, well, I gotta watch.
I
I'm gonna
watch them
watch the
all
game.
on Red Zone.
Yeah,
So
I was like, I don't, I'm gonna watch it. No, I saw the whole game, and I was just like, wow, why? I mean, if you were a fan at this game, you had enough time to go get something to eat, something to drink, and not miss much. So
yeah. So who you think's going to win this game, man? Trevor Lawrence. He's 0-2, but they got a pretty good squad this year. Travis Hunter's playing well. I don't
yeah,
know, he's just a rookie. What's your thoughts on the winner of that game? Cincinnati at home against Jacksonville. What's the actual winner there?
yeah, this is gonna be a battle of the defenses, and I think that Joe Burrow will probably try to get back on what he usually does, and that's an average of 27 points a game. So I'm hoping that the Cincinnati can come up and get those points and score 27. If they score 27, the Jags will just be, I don't know if they can score more, but I think they'll just be at like 21 points, 24 points. I don't think
So you
this
do
will be
like
a
Cincinnati to get the win?
yeah, Cincinnati get the win, and I think they'll win by either by a field goal or a touchdown. I mean, they're not going to win by much. Just
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know where Joe Burrow's at as far as where his offense is at, and the running game's still struggling. He needs a running game to exploit his arm as well. And
Yeah.
right now, it's I don't know if he can get the 27 points that you need, like to at least try
Yeah.
to be Joe Burrow status, right? So
I think it'll be some high scoring in this game. It's going to be good weather up here in Cincinnati today or on Sunday. And I believe the offenses will show up for both squads there.
man,
Christian
I hope
Kirk,
so.
banged up. Huh?
Man, I hope so. It's like I just
Yeah. Yeah. Well, sometimes you could just be missing your mark on one week. Then the next week you look at the film, you say, you know what? We was just like Tennessee, man. If they
yeah.
would have started throwing the ball early like that on first down with those timing routes that Cam Ward was throwing, uh, I think that the receivers would have got a feel for it more in the second half. But Cincinnati Burrow looked really ticked off last week. And listen, the Browns were a playoff team 2 years ago, and they did get Mason Graham they got Mason Graham at defensive tackle with the fifth pick overall, and Miles Garrett had 3 sacks in a row in that game. So Josh Allen Hines is a pretty good player for Jacksonville. I actually think this will be a pretty good wild shootout type of game. 31-27.
Oh wow.
Bengals win. It'll be a fun one, though. Be a good offensive game, typical September game. So we both agree on that one, man. Seattle, rough game last week. Uh, very physical game. Lost some players. But hey, they're still a very talented team. Sam Darnold, now quarterback. They're coming east against Pittsburgh. Joey Porter Jr. will be out for the Steelers. I still like Pittsburgh. That was my preseason. I picked Seattle to come across the country. Pittsburgh to take advantage in their running game. They'll beat Seattle. Seattle still got a lot of players, though. We'll see what happens. But 23-17, I like Steelers and Aaron Rodgers go 2-0. What do you think about this game, Seattle Pittsburgh, man?
Now, first of all, who told the 49ers that this was a playoff game? Everybody got hurt in this game
Everybody,
last week.
yeah, Purdy's out for a few weeks, by the way,
Yeah, like
folks. I
I'm
forgot to mention that, buried the lead there, but luckily for them, they're playing the Saints.
yeah, yeah. They were. It was good that that they were out there and doing the thing and
Turf
playing
toe
hard.
for Brock Purdy.
Yeah, but geez.
That was a
So
grudge match of a game right there.
I think these defenses are going to be out running around trying to hit people. I like this again. The Steelers, they go out and they hit people, and I think they're going to try to match up. The Seahawks are
Yeah.
going to try to match.
And DK playing against his former team, I forgot the lead there. DK Metcalf was traded there, remember?
Right. So
He's going to be amped up against Seattle.
yeah, I think this game will be close. I think the Steelers will win 2 games in a row. Aaron Rodgers will stay in the mode and be competitive. But look, don't be surprised if Aaron Rodgers gets hit and gets knocked out the game.
He took a pretty bad hit in the Jets game, and I didn't think he's going to get up. But he sprung back up, but I'm sure he's sore for about 3 days.
I've been harking about the youth that they've had there for the last 3 seasons, that they've been getting guys, and a lot of them are good and fast. And this is the season they need to start putting it together. And I'm afraid to say the Steelers going to win this game, to be honest with you. But I think this is going to be one of those.
You're saying they are going to win, though.
The Steelers, yeah, but I think this is going to be one of these games that it's going to be kind of like maybe the Buffalo, Ravens game. I think it's going to be good. I think I would put this one on as one of the best.
It's going to be a good one. I think it'll be a good one, especially with that DK Metcalf coming back, playing his old team. He circled it. He's been thinking about it all off season. Detroit's home opener is Sunday. Got humiliated against Green Bay. I do think that they're going to adjust some things offensively. They're going to get with that film. Chicago looks to have some injuries of their own. But relatively in air quotes, these teams are pretty healthy. I think Dan Campbell will have these guys ready to play. 23-17. Again, folks, I know Bears got a lot of talent. I had them going 6-11, losing a lot of close games, just like they did Monday night. Although I had Monday, that was one of their few wins. Not good. It could go the other way. Maybe Detroit still has to work out some things, but I like the Lions at home. 23-17 for the Lions, get the win, and they're 1-1.
Yeah, Jared Goff needs to pick up his game. He needs to pick up his head.
He said he was slow last week. Yeah,
I don't know what he's doing, but he needs to refocus and he needs to get going. I'm not a big fan of Goff, anyways, but you can't be pedestrian. You can't be thinking out there. You got to be doing, and and he's overthinking stuff. Look, the Bears have an opportunity to get a win here, and against the Lions, who are trying to recuperate the losses of some of the players on the team that they lost, and then the coaches, they can go in there and do damage if they start fast and stay competitive. If not, this game's gonna be close, man. It's gonna be like 14-17, man. I'll flip it either way. I'll pick the Lions to win because they're the
home team. Yeah,
they're the home team, but you can flip that score, man. If the Bears end up winning 17-14, don't be.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. That's why
exactly. Don't be surprised. Yeah,
it's within the touchdown.
Yeah, definitely.
Detroit may not have it together, and maybe everything clicks for Chicago, and they come in there and play well.
Just make your freaking field
really
goals.
Start to look at that coordinator then.
Yeah, make your field goals, man. Like that's all you gotta do.
Gotta make those FGs, man. Gotta make those FGs. Your favorite team, it seems like. Tampa, they shouldn't have lost. They got lucky as all get out. I didn't have them picking the division, but I didn't think they was going to win that Atlanta game last week.
Come on, Robert.
Young Dwayne Koo, that guy, they was looking for another kicker. I don't know if they cut him or not. Either way.
No. Koo's good. He's a good kicker.
I wouldn't have cut him. I think he just had a brain cramp, personally. I like the guy.
If you're Atlanta,
I'm just telling you what I read this week.
Yeah, if you're Atlanta, though, you shouldn't have been put in that position to try to have him win the game. You had a lot of
yeah.
To tell you, you had a lot of like opportunity, and you had a lot of skill out there. And but listen, man, give credit where credit's due. Baker Mayfield went out there, competitive guy, no
Yeah.
quit, put the team on his shoulder and showed you why he was a number one draft pick, man. I don't like him, but
And
I like him.
Mekabuka played well as well. The rookie I was
Yeah,
telling you
yeah,
about it in camp, the
yeah.
rookie wide receiver from Ohio State, 2 touchdowns.
That's the thing about football, right? Like I don't like him, but I like what he's doing. So it's like you gotta respect. You gotta put some respect in his name.
Right. Well, they're playing Houston this week. Houston come off a rough loss, although it looks like Stroud was still finding a way to get rid of the ball.
But
This game is going to be tough, man, but it's played Monday night in Houston. I'm picking Houston to win it 24-21,
oof,
last second field goal.
oof.
Tristan Wirfs is still out, and they still won last week. Well, he's doubtful. They still won last week against. They still won last week against Atlanta, like I said. But Houston's a much better pass rush.
Yeah,
That's my thing. I like the home team. What's your thoughts on that? Maybe Tampa pulls it off, man.
yeah. I think they're getting a running game going with to try to slow down that defense, which is gonna help because
Yeah,
the Bucks got
Irwin or
like three.
somebody. Yeah,
They got three good backs over there, two good average ones, one good one. They can spread it around if they need to, and they got a lot of wide receivers there. They got good hands, so they can throw the ball short or long, and stay in the game and get those yardage. And as long as Baker Mayfield don't throw up no ints, they're gonna be in the game. And I feel like this is the opportunity for them to get the 2 wins and make them the last
so
playoff team in the NFC.
so
And
they're going to win, Tampa.
yeah, I think they're gonna win. And I think it's gonna be like 27-21. I think they're gonna do it.
27-21. That would be a huge win for Tampa. This is starting off the season with 2 road wins. That would be huge. They haven't had their home opener yet.
Right, right.
I'm going with Houston though. Not that I got a lot of faith in Houston.
Let's
I'm
see
just
how so.
measuring up the injury report. I'm
I like.
slicing and dicing these 2 teams, man.
Yeah, I again.
But I do. Both of these teams won their division 2 years in a row. That's why I put it on the board to
Yeah,
talk
and
about.
then again, my dark horse team, they're very deep in defense. They're very young in defense, very fast. So even though the
Houston or Tampa?
no Tampa,
Yeah, yeah,
Tampa and Houston's very good in defense, but
yeah.
the only thing is that they rush so much that you can get those little dink and dunks, and Baker's very good at that as long as he can bootleg and get out of the away from that line. So we'll see, man. We'll see. It's gonna be a close game.
That'd pretty decent game. I'm
Yeah, it's gonna be
interested to
pretty
see
close,
how.
and then they're gonna the better team is gonna kind of after the
Yeah,
third quarter they're gonna just get a couple touchdowns and that's it.
gotcha, brother. Very big game. Philadelphia, Kansas City.
Uh,
Like I said, I don't know about Xavier Worthy playing in this game. Jalen Carter will play. We didn't even talk about Spitgate. Uh, I don't understand why Dak Prescott, and I like Dak, but nobody really brought up the fact that why are you spitting on a field that we have to play on that somebody might get tackled in your saliva? Why are you spitting? This ain't because it's like carpet. You know what I'm saying? And then Carter spits back at him and actually spits on him, and you know what happened. What's your thoughts about that situation? Just a quick answer there.
so my thing is that you got caught being dumb, and you gonna get a consequence.
But he will be
And
back this week. Yeah.
yeah, he's gonna play this week, and like, man, just do your thing. Like, you have to understand, man. You're like, he's so young, and I don't think he realizes how much he actually matters to Philadelphia.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and
Dallas
I think
almost beat them because of that.
yeah, and so, but Philadelphia is a better team. They got a lot of guys there, and they've been playing for together for a while, so they're gonna be okay. But you can't do those kind of things, and and he got caught, and it's on tape, and so he can't. It's very hard to fight that, and
Yeah.
just don't do knucklehead stuff, man. Like
Yeah.
what
Who do you
and the
like in
thing,
this game against KC? It's at Kansas City
yeah,
Sunday afternoon.
I hope that Kansas City can get on the winning formula going, but I'm not sure if they can. So I think Philadelphia is probably gonna squeak this one out. If Philadelphia can score more than 27 points, they're gonna beat Kansas City because Kansas City's having trouble scoring. So the team
Yeah.
that scores the most will always win, but the guys that get scoring fast is the team that's gonna win. And I feel like Philadelphia will start. You got Saquon, he's gonna get on the board. Jalen
Yeah.
Hurts might score.
Yeah, I think AJ Brown will bounce back this game.
Yeah, AJ
He'll have a
Brown's
good
in the
matchup in
game.
corner.
They got a couple of wide receivers there that's going to make that game changer. So I think Kansas City might be looking at an 0-2 start, bro, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
same here. 31-24.
Oh,
The
wow.
road team wins by a touchdown, dude.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, Kansas City.
Yeah, it might be
Kansas
14.
City, if they can block that front and keep it interesting. But I don't know who's going to step up for Kansas City if Worthy don't play. Is it going to be Hollywood Brown? Washed up Travis Kelce did score last week. But,
can you imagine if this game ends up being like 14 to like 10? It's like,
I mean, that would tell me that Kansas City's defense is just playing like Hercules, But
because we want
I'll say this: last year they were sluggish off of a long layoff, the Eagles, and they lost to Atlanta.
Right. Yeah,
they did look, but they're the ones that came back from Brazil, not Kansas City. Kansas City coming back from Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah. This